Hey, hey everybody, welcome to episode 17 of Big Time Reality TV. My name is Andrew Kirk. You guys can find me on Twitter at CSUA Kirk. Got my co-host back. She missed the last interview. That was kind of my fault. Morgan McAdam at Morgan_McAdam. How are you doing today, Morgan?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry.
Doing good today. And we got a very special guest with us today. Before we went live, I was basically saying it was the Sylvia show last night because it was. Sylvia from the new season of Real World Skeletons. How we doing?
Whoop whoop! Hey, I'm doing fantastic. It's a whopping 7 degrees here in Kansas City, so I'm just really living the dream here in the land of luxury.
Oh man! So I want to let all you guys know on Twitter. You guys can ask Sylvia anything using the hashtag AskSylviaMTV. And before I get to the questions, the first question I always ask: what made you try out for the Real World?
Actually, funny story. I didn't really try out for the Real World. I was actually just a reference for somebody I didn't like. Well, I guess you guys all know now, Alicia. I was just a reference for somebody who didn't get along with her, and I ended up getting selected, and she didn't. So here I am.
Mm-hmm. And were you a fan of the show in the past?
I have watched the show in the past. My mom is actually a Real World MTV fanatic. She loves the challenges, the gauntlets, the Real World. She loved it all. So when I told her, oh my God, she almost pissed her pants. That's how happy she was for me. She's like, you're going to have to do it. You have to be a big star. You're going to have to get on the challenge. But if you get on the challenge, I swear to God, Shiona, if you lose, don't come back to the house. I was like, oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Was she the one, Sylvia, that when you asked why should I be in Real World, so she
No,
get the heck out of the house? Was that the one?
Yeah, that's her. She needs to be on the Real World. Yep, that's her. Definitely my mom. You always know what she's thinking. She's always so blunt.
So I'm just gonna get straight to the shit that went down last night.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We saw Alicia come into the house, and first question from @NinjaBrutality. Do you think Alicia agreed to come on the show to make amends or make your life worse?
Honestly, I'm not really sure what Alicia expected coming onto the show. When I left Kansas City, and we obviously hadn't been talking for quite some time, so I'm not sure what she was trying to get out of it. Whether she was going to try and play the innocent card, or try to say sorry. Here's my thing. You can only say sorry so many times before you just stop believing that you're actually sorry. So you guys will figure out in the next episode what really happened between her and I back at home here in Kansas City, or, and why I'm just not so quick to jump on the let's become best friends again bandwagon.
Do you think she kind of resented you for being selected over her for the show?
I'm 110% certain that that's another reason that added to her being so unhappy with me, is the fact that I was selected. I mean, she was the one who initially wanted to be on the show, and then I got it. That would hurt anybody's feelings, I would think. But in my defense, I mean, who wouldn't take that opportunity? If it were me that were trying out and she got selected, I'd be happy for her, and I would think that she would take the opportunity. I mean, who wouldn't?
So, when you came back from the house after your 2-hour interview,
yeah.
What was your initial reaction that we saw or what we didn't see? Like,
okay.
How were you feeling when everybody was like, "Go check outside, go see what's going down"?
Well, typically, this is how I knew something was up when I even first walked to the doors. When we walk back from our interviews, there's normally never any cameras waiting outside, ever. So, like, I'm walking back, and I see this cameraman standing out by one of the cars. I'm like, why is he standing out there waiting for me to walk into the house? Like, I'm not doing anything. And then sure as shit, I walk in, and V is standing right there. You are going to be so pissed. I'm like, why? And they go out, everybody. I have people screaming from the balconies, screaming, go outside, and sure as shit, she's sitting out there on the patio. What do you do in that? Like, what would you do? How would you react in that position?
Oh, man.
I mean, yeah, of course I was pissed.
Yeah. So yeah, Go ahead, Morgan.
Oh, I was gonna say, did all of your interviews actually take like 2 hours to go through? Like, in
Sometimes interviews they ranged anywhere from 1 hour to 3 hours, just depending on the amount of shit you did that week. So,
and then did you guys have to like wear the same outfit every time you did the interviews too?
yes, we had to wear the same outfit every
I
single
remember
time.
Jenny. We were talking about Jenny. Sylvia is actually from Kansas City, where Jenny's from. And Jenny, I remember remember Morgan how Jenny used to always wear that blue dress, I think it was, every interview. So that was a good question.
Yeah. And they said it was such a pain in the butt to get ready every time, because if you looked really good and you did your makeup and your hair, you would have to do it every time after that. It was just a pain in the ass.
Every single time, like it was no game. And if you did it, then universal sign for that fine that you get if you don't. So, I mean, it was rough. And it's crazy that Jenny is from KC, Brian, her ex, is from KC. Like, I mean, that's awesome. I actually worked with Brian, and he's pretty cool. He's a great guy, so props to them.
Devin and Wes also live or they're from Kansas City, I think.
Yeah.
What was that, Morgan? I couldn't hear you. I'm
sorry. Devin and Wes from the Challengers.
Oh yeah, Wes is from KC too, the Overland Park area.
Yeah.
So I gotta know, because we saw last night when you were gone. Violetta really wasn't welcoming to this new girl. What did you and from talking to her, Morgan and I can both attest that she seems like she's a very good judge of character, I gotta say. What did you tell her that made her be like, okay, this girl's not good news? I don't really like her.
With Violetta, obviously Violetta and I, we got close almost immediately. Her and I completely clicked right off the bat. There was just something about her. She reminds me a lot of my best friend back at home, or back here, a lot of the characteristics and stuff. She's not as crazy, but a lot of her characteristics reminded me of one of my really good friends. So obviously Violetta opened up to me about her skeletons that are going to be coming. So we kind of connected on that level. So I shared with her something that could kind of relate to her situation, in a sense of, I've had some cyber things that have been said about me because of Alicia. Alicia and her group of friends were the ones that created this #WeHateSylvia thing. So,
oh man.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, I told her about that, and obviously Violetta being bullied, that's that. So that's all. I told her how I felt. She was mean to me when we worked together. She didn't always speak nicely to me. Granted, I probably didn't make it very easy to work with. I wasn't very easy to work with. Of course, I'm kind of a little cunt in that way. But, so I'm a firm believer in, to get respect, you gotta give it. And she just wasn't ever willing to give respect, so I would never get it.
Yeah.
So not only is she the girl who you took her, technically taking her spot on the show and whatnot. Now you've also worked with this girl. This is the girl that bullied you at work, correct? Or like treated you like crap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So was she a supervisor, or was she just just a coworker, on the same level?
She was actually a co-worker with me, and then she ended up getting a GM position at the place we work at. It's a huge dome of nothing but bars and nightclubs, 2 stories, and she ended up getting a GM position at a different venue. But I mean, she was not pleasant. She was not pleasant at all. The people that worked with her never got along with her. She just lacks in the ability to talk to people. You know what I mean? Like, she just talks down to you. So, which is
we could tell that.
Yeah, well, it's frustrating because she walks in the house and she acts all innocent, and I'm like,
so clearly she wouldn't have been a good pick for the show, irregardless.
That's what I mean. Everybody has their own opinion.
Let me ask you this. Though, Sylvia. Say you were a fan watching the show. Did they pick the right skeleton for Sylvia?
I think they picked a good one. Unfortunately, I know that they were trying to get somebody else, but he refused. So thankfully, that would have been real bad. But I think they definitely picked a good one for me. This is definitely something that probably needed to be resolved.
Mm-hmm. We'll find.
We'll
it
see.
looks like next week we'll figure out what happens with that, huh?
Yep, next episode.
How long does she end up like actually living in the house with you?
Unfortunately, she didn't make it the full allotted amount of time. Typically, I believe the skeletons were supposed to stay at least a week, and she only stayed for a couple days. So.
Going back to Violetta real quick, from watching the episode last night, were there any comments she made that you thought crossed the line a little bit, in your opinion, when it came to Alicia?
I think that no.
No.
I mean, I guess I love loyalty. Loyalty is key for me. When it comes to all my friends, I'm loyal to 100%. But she is just more vocal about it. I probably would have bit my tongue unless, she would have said, Sylvia, I blah, blah, blah. Then, yeah, I probably would have went off on it. But, V is V. She's going to do what she wants. You either love it or hate it. Either way, she doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's going to do her. And that's one of the reasons why I love her. You don't like me? Fuck you then. I don't care. So that's just how she is. That's my phone. I apologize.
No worries. I thought it was mine for a second. But anyways, yeah, we definitely saw that in our interview with her a couple weeks back. She has no filter, and that's a good quality for a Railroad cast member.
Yeah.
Last person I want to ask you regarding your skeleton, and then we'll move on to other situations on the show. How did you feel about Madison handling the situation? She was being all lovey-dovey to your your coworker, and
I'm gonna level with you guys. Yeah. Having to rewatch this whole thing go down only made me want to punch Madison in the face. And don't get me wrong, I love her to death now. I love her. I really do love her now. But man, we had a rough start. We really did, and her hopping on those coattails of Alicia's really pissed me off just all over again. And it was almost like everybody else had my back, but Tony and Madison were kind of like so quick to jump on the bandwagon. But, what can you do?
Do you think she jumped on the bandwagon to, befriend your enemy because she felt kind of left out in the beginning?
Oh, hold on. Something happened. I apologize. Where am I at? Can you see me? Okay, good.
Yeah.
No, I just think with Madison, she is a friendly person.
Did we lose her?
I think we lost her.
I think you might be frozen, Sylvia. You can exit. Okay, she's back.
Sorry.
You're okay.
Can you see me again or no?
Yeah, we can see you. There, for some weird reason, there's two boxes of you, but.
Okay. Yeah, but no, I don't think Madison was doing it to be malicious. I think she just really is Madison. She talks to everybody. She's Madison. She's in Madison Land, Unicorn Land. She loves it there. I just think with her, she already had trouble fitting in with Violetta and myself and Nicole. We all three actually, we got, as you can see, we all got along. But I think Madison was still trying to find her place, and when she met Alicia, she, ran to her like a puppy because she's like, hey, finally maybe somebody I can connect with on that kind of level. So.
Did her voice wear on you at all?
Oh my God, her voice was like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
I think, and I don't know if they're going to show it, and forgive me if I let it out, but at one point in time I did tell her that I wanted to smash her head into a table. I do not feel that way now, but that's how bad her voice used to get to me. And it's almost like we didn't know if she was faking that voice or if that was real. Because if you notice in this episode, it's not that bad. In last night's episode, her voice really isn't that bad. So I don't know. I don't know if maybe that's just how she first starts to come off or what. But she really is a sweetheart. She is probably one of the nicest people I will ever meet in my life. And I think maybe the problem is with us, not everybody's used to that nice of a person. It's almost like you have to have an ulterior motive if you're that nice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So, Morgan, do you have any more questions regarding the skeleton, or should we move on to something else? Okay. Let's go to the bar tab from last night. What happened at the bar with you and Tony?
Oh my God, our bar tab issue. For the love of Christ, we could not get our shit together. I'm not kidding. Every bar we went to, we ended up having this ridiculously stupid high tab, and nobody knew how it got that high. Nobody had any fucking idea, and for some reason, nobody had money. So I'm just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. We are all mid-20s. Get your shit together. Get it the fuck together. So with Tony, I think, like, you know, obviously I had already been angry before. We'd already had tab issues before, so at this point I just let it boil, and it just got to me. It pissed me off, and I think Tony just, the good thing about Tony is he's okay taking the punches. He really is. He's okay taking that punch, because the next day he knows, like, nobody's ever going to really be mad at Tony. Everybody loves him. And he was okay being that punching bag for us. He really was. That's a great quality to have. He's so sweet. He really is sweet to the core, and he's just a good person.
Now, going back to the first one, I know you've probably seen with my chat with Bruno and our chat with Violetta, the guys were nowhere to be found as far as that bar tab goes. You know,
Never are they.
They weren't shown.
Never are. They weren't.
Like,
however,
like, did they pay for the first one?
The first one, the guys all came home and they put in money. The problem with Madison was she legitimately only said, I have $50, that's it. Like, not I'll get you when I get home, not I have money when I get home. She said, I only have $50. So in my head, that's not okay, because I'm not about to put in money. I work hard for every single thing I have, always will. Don't say you're only going to put in $50 when you had just as many shots as everybody else. You had just as many beers as everybody else, so pretend you didn't. You know, so that really pissed me off. However, I did feel like a bag of dicks this next morning when she threw down $100, and I was like, okay, I'm a cunt. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I can definitely tell you weren't happy that first night, though.
I was not pleased at all.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you guys just buy drinks, like, you know, one at a time? I never open a tab, and I know Chicago prices are just out of control, but, like...
I think for us, I don't know why we wouldn't do that. I don't know. I think for us it was more of a hassle, buying drinks one at a time, because it wasn't just us. We would have to move back and forth. Well, you have to realize that the cameras have to come with us back and forth as well. So it would have been more of a struggle for more reasons than one.
Did you guys ever want to go, like, you know, to other bars in, you know, say Wrigleyville or wherever, Lincoln Park, that production just was like, no, they won't let us film there or whatever? Like, did you have to, like, basically throw out ideas for every night prior to going out?
You were breaking in and out, Morgan. As far as production, did I have to what?
Oh, I was saying, did you guys have to, when you guys got each of the, you know, nightclubs approved by production, were there a lot of times that the restaurants and the bars in Chicago just didn't want anything to do with the real world?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when we first got there were a lot of places that wouldn't even allow us to come near them. You know, when we first got there, we were only cleared for maybe, like, a handful of places, and then finally once people realized that we weren't mean people, we weren't destroying things, that more and more places started to open up and started to be more welcoming to us. But it was hard. A lot of people, you know, every now and then we got nasty comments, but then we'd meet the really, really great people that were super nice to us. We had drinks thrown at us, we had ice thrown at us. We even walked into one place and the DJ said, cut the music, now filming America's Got Herpes. Like,
wow.
So
I mean, I live in Chicago, and I was excited about you guys being here and everything because, you know, I watched the first one as well. But did you guys see a lot of people just, like, scoping out the digs you guys had while you're filming all the time?
It would be, it would be so cool. We'd be standing upstairs, you know, in the boom boom room is what we like to call it, looking out of the windows, and people were just driving by, taking pictures. It was cool. It was a great experience. We'd wave to them through the windows. It was awesome.
Yeah, I remember a friend of Morgan and I's, Ace Nichols, who does challenge recaps. When the Real World was in San Diego a couple of years ago, I remember watching a couple of videos of her spotting the cast. And I wanted to do that with San Francisco last year because I'm like 2 hours away, but I unfortunately didn't have time because of school, which sucked. But,
right, yeah. Education. You got to get that.
Yep, I'm graduating in May, so I'm very excited.
Hey! Congratulations!
So let's get to some more viewer questions.
Okay.
Like I said, hashtag Ask Sylvia MTV. At _ Carissa wants to know how good Violetta was of a friend when Alicia had a ride. We basically already talked about it, but how much did you appreciate her standing up for you when
Listen,
Alicia
I appreciate, like I said before, loyalty has always been key to me. I am loyal to the fullest. That's one thing that, you know, if you are my friend, you'll always know about me. So for me to see that V responded that way, I mean, yeah, it was a little bit aggressive, but I appreciate the fact that she stayed loyal to me 110%, and that's something that you don't find in very many people. So I appreciate. Great friend, great friend.
Oh yeah, she does. She like I told you. I know you saw her interview. She had nothing but positive things to say about you, and it's definitely cool to see the bond between you two.
I'm kidding. That's a joke. Don't quote me on that. I love her.
Yeah, well, definitely once I get more of the cast members on, and I like having people come on, and we'll definitely have both of you on at the same time. That'd be so awesome.
Hey, we're a good time.
Yeah, I bet. So should we get to one Bruno?
Oh, the Bruno.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we have to, we can get to it.
Let's talk about Bruno Real World on Twitter. What was it about Mr. Bruno that you were drawn to right away?
God, you know, here's the funny thing. When they casted us, they all asked us what your type of guy was. And funny thing, when Bruno walks in the door, I'm like, God, that is exactly the type of guy I described to you. Great, awesome, thanks.
They do it every season.
So, I mean, he had a smile. He kind of had that, I guess you could say, a dark, mysterious little thing about him. The hair gel, I mean, if you have hair gel in, you're definitely a solid in with me. I love hair gel. Hair gel, tattoos, and tan. What else does a girl need? So, he dressed well. He was sweet to me. I mean, as you guys can see, him and I got along really well. He was actually the first person I really opened up to and told my story to, but even before Violetta. He was the one. So, I mean, to me, he seemed pretty perfect at that point in time.
Yeah. So yeah, the second episode 2 weeks ago, we saw you and Tony talking, and he got really ticked off about that. What was there anything going on between you and Tony? I didn't think there was.
No, Tony and I have never had anything go on. I think we may have had something that you'll see down the road, and that was like literally a drunk moment. But no, never. Tony and I have never been that way. He's, you know, Tony walked in the house immediately, was attracted to Bubbles, so that was his girl from day one. You know, she kind of peed on him, he kind of peed on her, so it was a known thing. Obviously, we did not get the memo, but it was kind of a known thing. So no, I didn't. There was nothing between Tony and I, so I don't even know why that was even an issue.
Yeah. Morgan, go ahead and ask a couple questions about Mr. Bruno.
I was gonna say, because I was tweeting you when this whole Carla thing went down. Did you end up getting to know Carla a little bit, or?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I did not want to get to know Carla at first. I mean, at that point in time, jealous Mexican Sylvia came out and was like, "Fuck you, bitch! You just stole my man." But Carla is, yes, I did get to know her. She is actually really sweet. She is beautiful inside as she is out. Such a nice person. Just so nice. I mean, I feel like, and she actually messaged me because after that episode, you know, obviously Twitter people can be quite ruthless, you know, and I was kind of sticking up for her. I was like, she is beautiful, like, she's great, she's sweet. So she actually messaged me after that and, you know, kind of said a little thank you to me for sticking up for her. And I said, it's not hard to stick up for somebody who is absolutely as sweet as you, so no problem at all. She was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm gonna lose, at least so I lost to a great candidate. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Did you guys you know, enjoy having your, you know, girls' night out in Wrigleyville that second time over in because I saw you guys went to Stretch Bar and Sluggers and Red Ivy
Yeah.
and all those places.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to a lot of those places, but I didn't hear what you said. Did we enjoy what?
Morgan?
What?
What did we enjoy? You asked me.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was saying, like, what was your, like, favorite part of Wrigleyville, like, about your little girls' nights that you guys would have?
We went back to Wrigleyville because of Stretch. The boys at Stretch, I don't know what they do to the boys at Stretch, but all the boys they hire at Stretch are good looking. So, perfect place for us to go for a girls' night. Good looking guys, girls, heck yeah, we're there.
That one guy, the one guy Cole that Madison had interest. That was the one. He was from Stretch.
Yeah, he was from Stretch. Hashtag Team Cole.
Yeah.
Stretch is a great bar, especially for football games too.
Hey, and you know what sucked the most is they wouldn't even let us go down to the football games. We weren't allowed to go to Wrigleyville during the football games or anything like that because it was so busy and so hard to get the cameras through. So never got to experience there.
That sucks.
Did you guys? Yeah, I was gonna say the Michigan State. It's also a Michigan State bar, so it's always a huge party scene over there. And Wrigleyville's just insane altogether. Did you guys get to go to a game or anything out here?
No, we weren't allowed to go to anything. We weren't allowed to go to concerts, games, hockey games, which I felt like had I got to go to a hockey game would have been awesome. I hear all about the Blackhawks. I accidentally said that I was a Red Wings fan in a Blackhawk bar, and I thought they were going to physically remove me from the bar.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
It was an accident.
I went to a Hawks game last night. It was a lot of fun.
What was that, Morgan? I couldn't hear you.
She said she went to a Hawks game last night.
Man, I'm jealous. I want to go. I'm determined to get back to Chi-Town so I can go to at least one game. Match. Is it a hockey match or is it a hockey game?
Hockey game.
Hockey game. I knew I wasn't up.
We'll have to grab a drink when you're in town.
Yeah, if I come back, Morgan, you and I, hockey gaming it up. I'll even wear a Blackhawks hat for you.
God. Morgan, you're getting all of them to hang out with you.
I know. I feel so popular now.
I need to get a plane ride to Chicago. Shit.
Yeah, Andrew.
And I was the one that didn't want to stop you guys.
My brother did a boot camp up at Great Lakes, so they were there. He was there for like a couple years ago, which is Chicago. Great Lakes is like, how far is that out of Chicago, Morgan?
Yeah, well, absolutely.
What is it? Great Lakes?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of it. Grays Lake. Grays Lake. Grays Lake. Sylvia, prior to coming on the show, have you visited Chicago a lot? Were you like the tour guide for the cast?
It's crazy because I live 8 hours away by drive, and I've never once been to Chicago. I've always heard great things about Chicago in the summertime, I guess boating season or whatever, parties, I don't know. But that's insane to me. And I think it's insane how you have a city right next to a lake. Like, that's crazy. That's awesome. I want to move to Chicago so I can do that. Because guess what? We don't have any of that in Kansas City.
I loved your guys' comments about, like, the Great Lakes, the Michigan Lake, it's fresh water, how Nicole was all confused about that. Like,
she was so confused.
It's not an ocean. Jesus.
Oh, burgers.
Burgers, yeah. She was so confused. It was so funny. But that's crazy. I want a lake here.
Yeah. So yeah, we obviously also did you watch the premiere of Battle of Exit 2 last night?
The challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I watched it. I'm hoping that I get chosen for a challenge, so I have to watch who I need to prepare for if I ever get selected.
I think you will. You're definitely making a good impression on everybody this season. Good or I don't know. Yeah, definitely good. Definitely good impression.
I would say you're the life of the party a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, hey, not everybody can be a confessional. Not everybody can do that. That takes talent. Pure excellence to do that kind of stuff.
So
I mean, if you want to, scale from 1 to the classiest broad you've ever met, I exceed that limit. Like, you're welcome, Mom and Dad. You're welcome. So.
You and I would get along very well.
Yeah, ever since you've been on the
Go ahead.
ever since you've been on the show, who from the alumni has reached out to you, and have you met anybody from past seasons of Real World, or even Are You the One? Because Are You the One's joined the challenge.
No, I have not met anybody from Are You the One. I've actually tweeted back and forth with a few of them. I'm a little upset about it, actually. Violetta, she's met Paris. Nicole went and partied with the Goon Squad in Cali. So did Tony. I'm a bit pissed off. I'm a little upset. I'm like, hey, when am I going to get my meet and greet with the Are You the One fans? Like, hello, I'm getting fucked out of all this shit. Somebody let me in on the secret. I want to join the party. I'm a good time.
I'm actually going to be speaking with one of the ones that is on this challenge, Brittany, tomorrow. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, let them know I'm a good time. I won't be the couch. I swear. I'll keep it together.
Hey, so last night we also saw that you guys were actually, feeling the plunge of the Chicago prices and decided to get jobs. Did production basically, or was it in your contract that you had to get a job this season?
No. When they asked us as far as jobs, they asked they gave us places that we could go, and they said you can get a job if you want. You don't have to. But I like the finer things in life, and the money they were giving us to spend a week was not going to be enough to satisfy me and my needs. Or the bar tabs that we rang up.
Yeah, your bar tabs are pretty hefty, I must say.
Absolutely high. I mean, it's like, how can 7 people... Actually, I don't think that's bad. $100 for a person? I mean, I'd probably drink that in a night. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Did you?
Go ahead, Morgan.
What was your? I was gonna say, what was your favorite, go-to spot on, nights out or like places to eat or, why did you like? Did you like the West Loop a lot? I guess because it's like up and coming and whatnot.
I loved the West Loop. The West Loop was hands down one of my favorite places. It was just close to home. It was within walking distance. We developed kind of a relationship with the bar people there. Hands down, though, best place is, I know it seems biased, but it's really not. It's just simply because the people there were great. The owners, Mark, the bartenders, Marcy, Tierra, they were awesome. And that's Vincenzo's Bar and Grill. I'm not kidding. Great atmosphere, and they were okay with the cameras. The people in there were okay with the cameras. The people I met there were awesome. They let us change the music to the music we wanted to listen to. It was fantastic. I love that place. If I go back, if I ever move there, I asked if I could have a job there again.
Let me backtrack a little bit. I remember the second episode, going back to Bruno. You met Bruno's mom. What was your opinions of Bruno's mom? And do you think you left a good impression on Sandra? Was her name?
Sandra, yeah, I think Bruno's mom is so great. She's so sweet, and she has to deal with Bruno. She's even sweeter in my book. She was so nice. As you can tell, I got a little bit nervous. I was like, oh my God, I look like hell. I need to fix myself. But she was so nice. She was really great. I only spoke to her for like a short time period, but she seemed like a great woman. She really did raise a good-looking guy, so can't hate her for that.
And she was also a great sport for Bruno being so inappropriate about.
Thank you. I mean, thank you. You want to know how uncomfortable I was? And I'm not a shy person, but I was like literally made my butthole tighten a little bit because I was so nervous about shit myself.
Bruno.
That could be your future mother-in-law.
Bruno's great. I talked with him 2 weeks ago, and he was definitely a great time. He seemed, and I got to give it to him. Last night I felt like he handled the situation with you and Carla very well.
I think he absolutely handled it well. I mean, what can you do? The heart wants what the heart wants. And clearly he wanted Carla. But like I said, if I'm gonna lose, at least I lost to a great competitor. She really is great. I was really happy for them throughout the show. That if you guys got to see as much of them together as I did, then I mean you guys would understand. He did make a great choice.
Yeah, he handled it a lot better than some of the guys from past seasons probably would have.
Yeah,
So
I
gotta
mean,
give it
I
to him.
feel like most guys probably would have ran away from the situations or just kept playing both sides, playing with both girls' emotions, and he didn't. He was like, no, this is what it is. Hopefully we can transition into friends. So it was great.
I'm a look when you talk about girls playing with both girls' emotions, and we'll probably see this next week with Tony. I'm a little bit worried about him for that.
Oh, you guys are in for a show.
Yeah.
You don't even know the half of it. You are in for it. That poor little Tony got his penis and maybe one too many vaginas.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously last night we saw Alicia, and honestly, I couldn't stand her. Is there any skeleton that without giving out who? Is there any skeleton that we'll see in the coming episodes that will be like, okay, this person's cool? Was there any of them that you got along with?
Yeah, you will see. You'll see coming up that not everybody was awful. And you know, I'm not even going to say that Alicia is a terrible person. You know, her and I just don't get along, and her and I get along for reasons that you will find out in the future. But not everybody's skeleton is terrible. I'll say that. But not everybody's skeleton is great either. Like, some of them probably should have thought twice before walking in that door.
Yeah.
Do you think the whole twist of the skeletons being revealed in like who could be coming next? Do you think it made everyone really close and on the same page? Kind of prepping what's to come.
It's crazy to me because sometimes when the skeletons came, it brought us closer, and sometimes it actually was the reason why we fought. So it's just a matter of opinion. It's a matter of when you watch it, what they decide to air. But it definitely had everybody on the edge of their seats. Like, we didn't know who was next. We didn't know whose bed was coming into the next room. Like, you didn't know. I mean, I'm not kidding. At the beginning of the show, we looked in every room and we're trying to figure out where they could possibly even put another bed. And we're like, there's no way. There's not enough room. Yeah, well, we didn't think to consider, let's
That's
put a
what
twin
Explosion
bed.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it last night when I believe it was Nicole talking. She was like, "Oh, they're not going to do another twist." I was like,
She's like,
yeah.
we don't need 2 more cubs. Yeah, little did we know. We're not getting 2, we're getting 7, 6.
Yeah, about that. You don't know the half of BMP is capable of.
How much time actually lapsed when was Violetta the one that basically revealed to you guys that there was possibly the twist coming because of the people talking from her hometown?
She had an idea. She was the one who brought it to our attention, and she kept talking about it. And actually, like, all of us at one point were like, okay, V, give it up. They're not bringing anybody. Okay, we get it. You're worried, but stop worrying about it. You're going to ruin your time. They're not going to bring anybody. Because it's like we kept waiting, and then all of a sudden nothing came. So then finally we were just like, fuck it. They're not bringing anybody. And then sure as shit, I'm over here thinking it's going to be a great day. Homegirl's walking in the front door. Like, God bless.
Mm-hmm. Just got a good question from @Shorttail. He or she wants to know, what's one thing people don't know about you?
One thing people don't know about me. Well, I like to poop with the door open. I like to have a conversation with people. I don't know why that's
Oh my!
Why that's weird. I like to sit and talk with people. I don't get why that's weird.
You're just a chatty Cathy. You have no shame.
If not, if I don't have anybody to talk to, I will FaceTime somebody to FaceTime them while I'm in the bathroom.
Oh, man.
Those are probably the best conversations you guys have is in the bathroom because they can't technically film.
Oh, man.
Morgan, do you remember last season, though, with who was it, Haley and Lauren? They're like, oh, they're going to, I don't know if you watched a lot of last season, but Haley and Lauren were in the bathroom one episode. Like, oh, they're not going to show this. They're probably just going to show subtitles.
Yeah, but that was they were at the bar, and they, basically, like, typed everything they were saying in the bar to each other about having the mics on at the bar and whatnot, and because they don't show that they're in the bathroom, but I heard that's one of the best conversations or the things that would happen on the show was in the bathroom technically.
Heck yeah, and see, I just wanted to share my conversation with everybody. Granted, not everybody enjoyed that, because I mean, I know Bruno had a huge issue with it. He's like, girls do not poop, girls do not poop. And here I am, door open, hey guys, what's going on? It was an issue.
I hate when boys say that girls don't poop. Like, oh my god, let's get real, guys.
Let's be honest here. I mean, what do we do, just hold it in? I don't understand what's going on.
So, obviously we saw the twist get in play last night. I'm going to ask the same thing that I asked Violet and Bruno. What is this twist, and Morgan basically asked part of it, what does this twist do to the house? Like, what does this make, what is this twist going to do for, like, the whole season as compared to Explosion? Like,
what is the twist going to do to what? I couldn't hear you.
I'm trying to phrase it right. What is this twist going to?
What does it bring to the show? Like, what kind of character does it bring to the show? What will make it?
I think with this twist, and this is not just for us. This is for everybody out there. Everybody has something that they're not proud of. Everybody has something that they left unresolved. Everybody has something that they don't want people to know about them. So, if anything, I think this twist is really gonna. It's real life problems that are so easily overlooked. I said this before the show even aired on one of my Instagram posts because I was getting so nervous about us seven, being on there. We knew the twist, but it's just everybody's going to relate to somebody in a different way. Somebody may relate to Tony better than they relate to me. Somebody may relate to Madison better than they relate to Violetta, and so on and so forth. So with this twist, these really are real life problems that often get overlooked because it may not seem so big to somebody else. But guess what? Everybody faces them day to day, and we're just the ones that are having to face them on camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I think everybody's going to be able to relate. I think it's really we'll be able to get in touch with the viewers, and if they ever have anything to ask, or hopefully they can learn from the situation much like we did.
Yeah.
Have a lot of fans reached out to you and said that, I could totally relate to your situation about maybe your ex or someone like Alicia. Have you been hearing a lot of people reach out?
Yeah, I've had several people reach out via Instagram, via Twitter, via Facebook. And it's great to hear all the positive feedback. I was really nervous at first. I was nervous about what people were going to think about me, and and I know that's crazy to say. Most people are like, I don't care what people think. Well, in a sense, I think everybody kind of cares what people think about them. Nobody wants to be disliked. Nobody wants to hear mean things said about them. So I was really nervous, and luckily for me, I've had a lot of positive feedback, a lot of, wow, I can really relate to you. You remind me so much of myself. I wish I could be like you. And and that's great to hear. I love hearing that, although I don't want people to want to be like me. I want everybody to be themselves, but it's awesome that I could essentially somehow be a role model for somebody who doesn't really have one. Even though I wouldn't exactly say peeing in the confessional was role model-like, but hey, shit happens when you party with your pants down.
Oh man, you weren't lying to me when you said I have no filter.
Oh, I know.
I love it, and I'm glad we got the chance to talk. So, lastly, and we'll definitely have to get you on in the coming weeks. Without giving too much away, how crazy is it gonna get with you and Alicia next week?
You guys have seen my temper in the last episode, right? You've seen a little bit of my temper in all episodes. I'd say that I kept it together for the most part, but I may have said some things that I'm not too proud of, and that if I could, I would take them back and maybe express myself in a different way. Because, again, nobody really deserves to be talked to the way you're going to see me talk to her. And I apologize for that in advance, but hopefully you guys can still love me after this episode. The next
Absolutely, and at the same time, Sylvia, as much as some stuff that you might have said in coming episodes might have been out of line, it takes two to tango, Like she probably said stuff just as bad. I mean, some of the stuff she was saying last night was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like you're really gonna pick apart this girl who you can claim used to be friends with you,
Right.
to work with,
see,
and
the difference,
for what, you know?
well, the difference between her and I, she said some things that I don't think should have been said, but I could have easily said some things about her that she wouldn't be too proud of on national television either. However, I didn't. So.
Yeah. And the one thing that got on the one thing that got on my nerves, and then we'll wrap this up. She's never lost an argument. She's never won an argument against me. I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life, everyone. So that's something that you just, you have in the real world. I guess you could say you always deal with people you either don't get along or you do get along with, but essentially you have to work with them. It's your job. So there it is.
Yeah. Morgan, you got anything else?
I was just gonna say, do you think you can ever, forgive Alicia for the past and like move on?
I think you're definitely gonna have to
and kind
watch
of grow from the experience.
I think you're definitely gonna have to watch the next episode to find out what happens.
Throwing in some bait, I like it.
However, it's good. It's good. You'll see. You'll see.
Yeah, I'm definitely. We're definitely looking forward to the next couple episodes. Go ahead, Morgan.
I was going to say, what do you think you learned most about yourself, like watching, your edit so far? What do you think that you've taken from this experience?
I think from this watching myself in these first 4 episodes, I think I've realized that I definitely drink excessively. I definitely do have a temper that I thought was thought I had under control, and it's definitely not. First time being out of my comfort zone, and I fly off the handle every night. That's not something I'm proud of. So that's definitely something that I need to work on internally, and hopefully down the road I can better that, so maybe it would not cause a strain in future relationships. Not
do you think do you think that like having the cameras on you 24/7 kind of made you hit that breaking point?
I think 110% that added to it. I'm the type of person, I don't like to seem weak. I don't like to feel vulnerable. I don't like when people see me vulnerable. So having them right in my face at my most vulnerable moments was hard as well. So I think that definitely added on to everything.
Very well said. So I definitely.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah. I definitely want to thank you, Sylvia, for coming on, and we got plenty of season left, so we'll definitely have to bring you back on as the season goes along.
Absolutely. You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Where can people find you on social media?
Social media, you can follow my Instagram at Sylvia. I don't know. Hold on. I don't even know what my Instagram is. What is my Instagram, Sheena?
I think it's still 88.
No, it's Sylvia MTV Skeletons. I think that's what my Instagram is, and then my Twitter is Sylvia MTV, and my Facebook is Sylvia MTV.
There you go. Thank you so much, Sylvia.
This is what you get for not being consistent.
Thank you so much, you guys. You guys were fantastic.
Thank you so much, Sylvia, and thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll be speaking with Brittany from the Challenge Battle Exits 2.
All right, bye guys.
All right. Catch you guys later.